What happens when a respected Hollywood actress walks onto a live daytime talk show expecting a thoughtful conversation, only for a discussion about celebrity influence and politics to turn unexpectedly tense? Make sure to subscribe to the Star Talks and like and comment for more talk show coverage. Whoopee, we're back, everybody. Our next guest is an Academy Award-winning actress, known for her incredible performances and for speaking openly about issues she cares deeply about. Please welcome Jessica Chastain. Applause. Jessica, thank you. Thank you. It's so nice to be here. Whoopee, good to have you back. JOY, you always bring good energy. Jessica, I appreciate that. Sunny, congratulations on all the recent success. You've been everywhere lately. Jessica, thank you. It's been a busy year. Whoopee, let's talk about something that's become a bigger conversation lately. More and more celebrities are using their platforms to discuss social issues, politics, education, all kinds of things. Some people love it. Some people say entertainers should stick to entertaining. Jessica, that's a conversation that never seems to go away. JOY, it really doesn't. Whoopee, where do you stand on it? Jessica, I think every person has a right to speak. Whether you're an actor, a teacher, a mechanic, a politician. If you have an opinion and you're informed, you should be able to express it. Audience applause. Sunny, but isn't there a difference between having an opinion and having influence? Jessica, sure, influence comes with responsibility. Sunny, because sometimes people listen to celebrities more than experts. Jessica, that can happen. Sunny, and that's concerning. Jessica, it can be. But I don't think the answer is telling people to stay silent. Sunny, I don't think anyone's saying stay silent. Jessica, some people do. Sunny, I'm saying influence should come with accountability. Jessica, I agree with that. Sunny, complete accountability? Jessica, as much as any public figure can reasonably have, yes. JOY, I feel like we're agreeing already, and we're only 2 minutes in. Laughter. Whoopee, give it time. Laughter and applause. Sunny, let me ask you this. Do you think celebrities sometimes overestimate how informed they are? Jessica, absolutely. Sunny, including yourself? Jessica, of course. Sunny, that's interesting. Jessica, why? Sunny, because a lot of celebrities don't admit that. Jessica, well, nobody knows everything. Sunny, yet they speak very confidently. Jessica, politicians do too. Audience reacts. Sunny, that's fair. Jessica, look, I think confidence isn't unique to Hollywood. JOY, that's definitely true. Whoopee, sometimes people speak with confidence because television rewards confidence. JOY, you're describing this table. Laughter. Jessica, exactly. Sunny, but here's where I struggle. If someone has 20 million followers and says something inaccurate, the damage can be significant. Jessica, that's true. Sunny, so shouldn't there be a higher standard? Jessica, there should be a standard for everyone. Sunny, that's not the same thing. Jessica, I think it is. Sunny, really? Jessica, yes. Sunny, because a person with 50 followers doesn't have the same reach as a movie star. Jessica, no, but truth doesn't change based on follower count. Audience murmurs. Sunny, that's a clever answer. Jessica, it's not meant to be clever. Sunny, it sounds rehearsed. The audience suddenly gets quieter. Jessica, rehearsed? Sunny, it sounds like something you've said before. Jessica, well, maybe because I've been asked the question before. Audience laughter. JOY, fair point. Whoopee, she's got you there. Sunny smiles but doesn't back away. Sunny, let me explain what I mean. Sometimes celebrities come onto shows, they have media training, they have talking points, and audiences don't always get genuine answers. Jessica, are you saying I'm giving talking points? Sunny, I'm asking. Jessica, it sounds like you're implying it. The audience reacts with a loud, oh. Whoopee, here we go. JOY, and now we're awake. Laughter. Sunny, no, I'm asking whether your views are deeply held or professionally packaged. A few audience members gasp. Jessica, that's a strong question. Sunny, it's an honest one. Jessica, then I'll give you an honest answer. Whoopee leans forward. Jessica, I've spent years supporting causes I care about. Before cameras, before interviews, before social media posts. So when people suggest those views are packaged, I find that a little dismissive. Applause. Sunny, I'm not dismissing your work. Jessica, it feels that way. Sunny, that's not my intention. Jessica, Intent and impact aren't always the same thing. The audience erupts with applause. JOY. That's a line people are going to remember. Whoopee. That's definitely making clips later. Sunny pauses for a moment. Sunny, okay. Then let me be direct. Jessica, please. Sunny. Do you think celebrities sometimes receive praise simply for saying things that ordinary people say every day? The audience goes quiet again. Jessica, absolutely. Sunny. Then why should those celebrity opinions receive more attention? Jessica, they shouldn't necessarily. Sunny, but they do. Jessica, that's not a decision celebrities make alone. Media organizations make that decision too. A louder reaction spreads through the audience. JOY, that's another fair point. Whoopee, everybody's catching strays today. Laughter. Sunny, so now it's the media's fault? Jessica, I didn't say fault. Sunny, responsibility? Jessica, shared responsibility. Sunny, shared equally? Jessica, no. Sunny, then who is more? Jessica, that's complicated. Sunny, is it? Jessica, yes, because influence is complicated. Sunny, sometimes I think people use the word complicated when they don't want to answer. The audience reacts immediately. Jessica sits back slightly and smiles. Jessica, and sometimes people ask questions as if there are only two possible answers. The audience breaks into applause again. Whoopee. Okay, we're going to take a quick break before this turns into a law school debate. JOY, too late. Laughter. Sunny, we're just getting started. Jessica, I had a feeling. Whoopee. And when we come back, we're diving even deeper into this conversation. Trust me, you're going to want to hear what happens next. Applause as the show heads to commercial. The audience is still buzzing when the show returns from commercial. A few people are already talking among themselves about the exchange they just witnessed. Whoopee, welcome back. If you're just joining us, we're talking with Jessica Chastain, and apparently we've stumbled into one of the liveliest conversations we've had in a while. Laughter. JOY, apparently? Whoopee, okay, definitely. Audience applause. Jessica, I promise I'm not trying to cause trouble. Sunny, nobody said you were. Jessica, that's good. Sunny, I just think these conversations matter. Jessica, I agree. Whoopee, then let's keep going. Sunny, Jessica, before the break, you said influence is complicated. I want to stay there for a second because I think that's where a lot of people watching at home get frustrated. Jessica, okay. Sunny, they see celebrities speaking on serious issues, and sometimes it feels like they're entering conversations that ordinary people have lived through personally. Jessica, that's fair. Sunny, so when a celebrity speaks, do they sometimes take attention away from the people most affected? Jessica pauses. Jessica, sometimes yes. Sunny, so how do you avoid that? Jessica, by listening. Sunny, listening is easy to say. Jessica, it is. Sunny, but what does it actually mean? Jessica, it means understanding that not every microphone should belong to you. The audience applauds. Jessica, sometimes your role is to amplify other voices rather than become the center of attention. Sunny, yet Hollywood doesn't exactly reward people for stepping back. Jessica, no, it doesn't. JOY, that's probably one of the most honest things said today. Laughter. Sunny, then why do so many public figures continue making everything about themselves? Jessica, because people are human. Sunny, that's a convenient explanation. Jessica, it's also true. Sunny, but doesn't celebrity culture encourage ego? Jessica, absolutely. Sunny, so we're agreeing again. Jessica, we probably agree more than it appears. Whoopee, that's usually how these conversations go. Sunny, maybe. Jessica, maybe we're focusing on where we disagree instead of where we agree. Sunny smiles slightly. Sunny, that's possible. Whoopee, I feel progress. Laughter. Sunny, but here's where I still disagree with you. Jessica, go ahead. Sunny, I think celebrities often receive a level of credibility they haven't earned. Jessica, I don't disagree. Sunny, really? Jessica, no. Sunny, then why defend celebrity activism so strongly? Jessica, because I don't think the problem is speaking. Sunny, then what is it? Jessica, the problem is whether people are informed. The audience applauds again. Sunny, informed according to whom? Jessica, facts. Sunny, facts aren't always interpreted the same way. Jessica, facts and interpretations are different things. A few audience members clap immediately. JOY, that's true. Sunny, but people disagree on what counts as a fact. Jessica, sometimes. Sunny, more than sometimes. Jessica, then we should spend more time discussing evidence and less time discussing who is allowed to speak. The audience reaction is noticeably stronger this time. Whoopee, okay. JOY, that's getting a lot of support. Sunny notices the audience reaction and leans forward. Sunny, let me challenge that. Jessica, please. Sunny, isn't it easier for someone with wealth and fame to talk about issues than it is for ordinary people? Jessica, yes. Sunny, then isn't there a power imbalance? Jessica, of course. Sunny, so doesn't that require extra scrutiny? Jessica, absolutely. Sunny, then we're back to accountability. Jessica, we never left accountability. Sunny, but accountability often feels selective. Jessica, that's true too. Sunny, explain. Jessica, public figures people like often get forgiven. Public figures people dislike often don't. The audience reacts immediately. JOY, that's accurate. Whoopee, very accurate. Sunny, you're saying people judge based on politics? Jessica, politics. Personality. Popularity. All kinds of things. Sunny, not behavior? Jessica, behavior too. Sunny, but behavior should matter most. Jessica, ideally. Sunny, ideally? Jessica, human beings aren't always ideal. The audience laughs. Sunny, you have an answer for everything. Jessica, no, I just think life is usually more complicated than television likes to make it. The crowd lets out a collective, oh. Whoopee starts laughing. Whoopee, she keeps sneaking those in. JOY, and they're landing. Sunny laughs too, though she quickly returns to her point. Sunny, here's something I've noticed. Jessica, okay. Sunny, whenever public figures are challenged, they often say they're being attacked. Jessica, some do. Sunny, a lot do. Jessica, maybe because public criticism can become personal very quickly. Sunny, public life comes with criticism. Jessica, it does. Sunny, so where's the line? Jessica, between criticism and contempt. The audience grows quiet. Sunny, explain that. Jessica, criticism focuses on actions. Contempt focuses on people. Sunny nods slightly. Jessica, you can disagree with someone strongly without treating them as if they're worthless. A wave of applause spreads across the studio. JOY, that's a good distinction. Whoopee, very good distinction. Sunny, I don't disagree with that. Jessica, good. Sunny, but I think some public figures use accusations of contempt to avoid accountability. Jessica, some do. Sunny, there we go. Jessica, but some critics also use accountability as an excuse for cruelty. The audience immediately reacts. Whoopee, okay. JOY, that's where this gets messy. Sunny, are you saying criticism has gone too far? Jessica, sometimes. Sunny, specifically toward celebrities? Jessica, toward everyone. Sunny, everyone? Jessica, look around. The audience becomes noticeably quieter. Jessica, people talk about strangers online in ways they'd never speak face to face. Sunny, that's true. Jessica, public discourse is becoming more hostile. Sunny, I agree with that. Jessica, and when everything becomes hostile, nobody learns anything. A strong round of applause follows. Whoopee, that's a conversation worth having by itself. JOY, that's an entire show. Sunny takes a moment before speaking again. Sunny, you know what's interesting? Jessica, what? Sunny, I expected you to be more defensive. Jessica laughs. Jessica, why? Sunny, because most people get uncomfortable when they're challenged. Jessica, I am uncomfortable. Sunny looks surprised. Sunny, you are? Jessica, of course. Sunny, you don't look uncomfortable. Jessica, that's because being uncomfortable isn't the worst thing in the world. The audience erupts with applause. Whoopee points toward Jessica. Whoopee, that's a lesson right there. JOY, people are writing that one down too. Sunny smiles, but there's still intensity in her voice. Sunny, fair enough. Jessica, growth usually happens when people are uncomfortable. Sunny, so you think this conversation is productive? Jessica, I do. Sunny, even though we're disagreeing? Jessica, especially because we're disagreeing. The audience applauds loudly. Whoopee, all right, don't go anywhere because after the break, we're getting into a topic that might be even more controversial than what we've already discussed. JOY, somehow. Sunny, I have a feeling this next part is where things get really interesting. Jessica, now I'm nervous. Laughter. Whoopee, stay with us. We'll be right back. Applause as the cameras fade to commercial. The audience applauds as the show returns from another commercial break. The energy in the studio feels different now. What started as a friendly interview has become one of those conversations where everyone is listening carefully to every word. Whoopi, welcome back. We've been having a really interesting discussion with Jessica Chastain. JOY. And surprisingly, nobody has walked off stage yet. Laughter. Jessica, we still have time. Sunny, don't tempt us. Laughter. Whoopi, before the break, we were talking about accountability, criticism, and public discourse. I want to take this in a slightly different direction. Sunny, me too. Whoopi, oh. Sunny. Jessica, you've talked a lot about listening. Jessica, yes. Sunny. But do you think Hollywood actually listens to people outside its own bubble? The audience reacts immediately. Jessica, sometimes. Sunny, that's not a very confident answer. Jessica, because I don't think it's a simple question. Sunny, you keep saying that. Jessica, because most important questions aren't simple. Sunny, fair enough. Let me be more specific. Jessica, go ahead. Sunny, there are millions of Americans who feel looked down on by celebrities. The audience becomes quiet. Sunny, they feel judged. They feel dismissed. They feel like people in entertainment assume they're ignorant if they disagree. Jessica nods slowly. Sunny, do you understand why they feel that way? Jessica, yes. Sunny, you do? Jessica, absolutely. Sunny, explain. Jessica, because nobody likes being talked down to. The audience applauds. Jessica, nobody likes being told they're stupid. Nobody likes being stereotyped. Nobody likes feeling invisible. Sunny, yet that happens. Jessica, it does. Sunny, often. Jessica, sometimes from celebrities. Sometimes from politicians. Sometimes from media figures. The audience reacts again. Whoopi, everybody's getting included today. JOY, equal opportunity criticism. Laughter. Sunny, but we're talking about Hollywood right now. Jessica, then yes, I think Hollywood can become disconnected from ordinary experiences. Sunny looks surprised by the answer. Sunny, that's a strong admission. Jessica, I don't know why it would be controversial. Sunny, because a lot of people in entertainment refuse to admit that. Jessica, well, I don't think pretending a problem doesn't exist helps solve it. The audience applauds. Sunny, then why does the industry keep making the same mistakes? Jessica, because industries are made up of people. Sunny laughs. Sunny, there it is again. Jessica, what? Sunny, another complicated answer. Jessica, it's true. Sunny, maybe. Jessica, no, seriously. People like easy explanations. Sunny, sometimes easy explanations are correct. Jessica, sometimes. Sunny, so what's your explanation? Jessica pauses before answering. Jessica, I think success can create distance. The audience quiets. Jessica, the more successful someone becomes, the easier it is to lose touch with experiences that used to feel normal. Sunny nods. Jessica, that doesn't mean they're bad people. It means they have to work harder to stay connected. Sunny, and do they? Jessica, some do. Some don't. JOY, that's probably true in every profession. Whoopi, exactly. Sunny, here's where I think people get frustrated. Jessica, okay. Sunny, when celebrities tell audiences how they should think, vote, live, or behave. Jessica, I understand that frustration. Sunny, really? Jessica, of course. Sunny, then why do so many continue doing it? Jessica, I think there is a difference between advocating and lecturing. The audience responds immediately. Sunny, interesting. Jessica, one invites people into a conversation. The other talks down to them. Sunny, and you think celebrities know the difference? Jessica, not always. Sunny, that's honest. Jessica, it's reality. The crowd applauds. Whoopi, you know what I like about this conversation? JY, what? Whoopi, nobody's pretending their side is perfect. Jessica, because it isn't. Sunny, I agree with that. Whoopi, that's refreshing. Sunny leans forward again. Sunny, let me ask something personal. Jessica, okay. Sunny, have you ever publicly expressed an opinion and later realized you were wrong? The audience instantly reacts. Jessica, yes. Sunny, really? Jessica, absolutely. Sunny, did you say so publicly? Jessica, in some cases, yes. Sunny, in all cases? Jessica smiles. Jessica, probably not. The audience laughs. Sunny, why not? Jessica, because human beings aren't always great at admitting mistakes. Sunny, including you? Jessica, especially me. The audience applauds loudly. Joy, that's a difficult thing for people to say. Whoopi, especially on television. Sunny, so if people see celebrities as hypocritical, you understand why? Jessica, of course. Sunny, then maybe we're getting somewhere. Jessica, maybe. Sunny, but here's where I still disagree with you. Jessica, I was wondering when that was coming. Laughter. Sunny, I think public figures often underestimate the influence they have. Jessica, that's possible. Sunny, not possible. Common. Jessica, okay. Sunny, and when mistakes happen, the consequences can be enormous. Jessica, I agree. Sunny, yet accountability often seems optional. Jessica, for some people. Sunny, powerful people. Jessica, not just celebrities. Sunny, that's true. Jessica, wealth. Influence. Fame. Political power. Corporate power. Accountability becomes harder the more power someone has. The audience applauds loudly. Sunny, so then why should audiences trust powerful people at all? The room grows quiet. Jessica thinks for a moment. Jessica, they shouldn't trust anyone blindly. The audience erupts. Whoopi, okay. Joy, that's probably the loudest reaction all day. Sunny, nobody? Jessica, nobody. Sunny, not politicians? Jessica, no. Sunny, not celebrities? Jessica, no. Sunny, not journalists? Jessica, no. Sunny, then who? Jessica, evidence. The audience explodes into applause. Some people even stand briefly. Whoopi raises her eyebrows. Joy turns toward the audience. Joy, well, they like that answer. Sunny waits for the applause to settle. Sunny, that's easy to say. Jessica, it is. Sunny, harder to practice. Jessica, absolutely. Sunny, because everyone thinks their evidence is correct. Jessica, that's why conversations matter. Sunny, conversations? Jessica, honest conversations. Sunny, like this one? Jessica, exactly like this one. For the first time in the discussion, Sunny smiles broadly. Sunny, I didn't expect to agree with you on that. Jessica, I didn't expect to agree with you this much either. The audience laughs. Whoopi, look at this. We're finding common ground. Joy, careful. You'll ruin the internet's favorite narrative. Laughter. But before the laughter completely dies down, Sunny asks one final question. Sunny, Jessica, if there's one thing people misunderstand about public disagreement, what is it? The audience becomes silent again. Jessica, that disagreement automatically means disrespect. A few audience members begin clapping. Jessica, it doesn't. More applause follows. Jessica, you can challenge someone. You can debate someone. You can completely disagree with them. Sunny listens closely. Jessica, and still respect them as a person. The audience gives one of the strongest reactions of the day. Whoopi, that's a good place to pause. Sunny, for now. Jessica, for now sounds threatening. Laughter. Whoopi, because after the break, we're wrapping things up, looking at audience questions, and talking about the reaction this conversation is already getting online. Joy, which is apparently a lot. Sunny, a whole lot. Jessica, that doesn't surprise me. Whoopi, stay with us. We'll be right back. Applause fills the studio as the show heads into its final commercial break. The audience applauds as the show returns for its final segment. The atmosphere is still energetic, but now there is a sense that everyone is reflecting on what they've just heard. Whoopi, welcome back. Before we went to break, Jessica and Sunny were solving all of society's problems. Laughter. Joy, in under an hour. Whoopi, which has to be some kind of record. Jessica, I think we barely solved one. Sunny, maybe half of one. Laughter. Whoopi, we've been getting reactions from our audience and from people online throughout the show. Joy, which is dangerous. Laughter. Whoopi, very dangerous. Sunny, let's hear it. Whoopi picks up a card. Whoopi, one viewer wrote, I don't agree with everything Jessica said, but I appreciate that she answered difficult questions directly. The audience applauds. Jessica, that's nice to hear. Whoopi, another viewer says, Sunny asked the questions I wanted answered. More applause follows. Sunny, I appreciate that too. Joy, that's usually the sign of a good discussion. Whoopi, here's another one. This is what disagreement should look like. The audience applauds louder than before. Jessica, that's probably my favorite comment. Sunny, mine too. Whoopi, why? Jessica, because people often assume disagreement has to become hostility. Sunny, and it doesn't. Jessica, exactly. Sunny, we challenged each other. Jessica, definitely. Sunny, pretty aggressively at times. Jessica, a few times. Laughter. Sunny, but nobody had to become enemies. The audience applauds. JOI, social media could learn from that. Whoopee, good luck with that. Laughter. A producer offstage signals to the hosts. Whoopee. Apparently social media has been reacting all hour. Sunny, oh. JOI. That's never a reassuring phrase. Laughter. Whoopee. Some people are saying Jessica won the debate. The audience reacts immediately. Whoopee. Some people are saying Sunny won the debate. Another reaction follows. Whoopee. And some people are saying the point wasn't winning. A wave of applause spreads through the studio. Jessica, I hope it's the third group. Sunny, me too. Whoopee. Are you surprised by how strongly people responded? Jessica, not really. Sunny, neither am I. Jessica, people are hungry for real conversations. Sunny, I think so too. Jessica, especially conversations where people don't just repeat slogans. The audience applauds. Sunny, I agree with that. Whoopee, look at this. JOI. They've agreed more in the second half than the first. Jessica, that's because we listen to each other. Sunny, that's probably true. Whoopee, imagine that. Laughter. A member of the audience is handed a microphone. Audience member, my question is for both of you. Whoopee, go ahead. Audience member, was there any moment today where either of you changed your mind? The audience reacts with interest. Sunny, that's a great question. Jessica, it is. Whoopee, who wants to go first? Sunny looks toward Jessica. Sunny, you. Jessica, thanks. Laughter. Jessica pauses thoughtfully. Jessica, I don't know if I changed my mind completely. Sunny, fair. Jessica, but I do think some of Sunny's concerns about accountability deserve more attention than they sometimes receive. The audience applauds. Sunny looks genuinely surprised. Sunny, thank you. Jessica, I mean that. Whoopee. That's not something people hear every day on television. JOI. Usually they double down. Sunny, my turn? Whoopee, go ahead. Sunny takes a moment before answering. Sunny, I think Jessica made a strong point about the difference between criticism and contempt. The audience applauds. Sunny, that's something I've been thinking about since she said it. Jessica smiles. Sunny, public conversations can become so aggressive that people stop hearing each other. Jessica, exactly. Sunny, I still believe accountability matters. Jessica, and I agree. Sunny, but I think that's a distinction worth remembering. The audience applauds once again. Whoopee, well, there you go. JOI, everybody learned something. Whoopee, that's rare. Laughter. As the discussion begins winding down, the hosts thank Jessica for joining them. Whoopee, Jessica, thank you for being here. Jessica, thank you for having me. Sunny, thanks for answering tough questions. Jessica, thanks for asking them. The audience applauds warmly. Whoopee, that's how it's done. JOI, nobody flipped a table. Laughter. Whoopee, maybe next time. The audience laughs as the segment comes to an end. As the cameras prepare to cut away, viewers at home continue reacting online. Clips from the conversation quickly begin circulating across social media. Some users praise Jessica's calm responses under pressure. Others praise Sunny for asking direct questions and refusing to back down. Many viewers focus on specific moments from the debate, sharing quotes and discussing them across comment sections and discussion threads. Several clips begin trending, particularly the exchanges about accountability, influence, criticism, and respect. Viewers continue debating who made the stronger arguments, while others point out that the most memorable part of the conversation wasn't who won, but how both women handled disagreement without the discussion collapsing into personal attacks. In the hours after the show, entertainment blogs, talk show fans, and social media commentators continue discussing the segment. Some describe it as one of the most engaging conversations of the season. Others debate individual points raised during the discussion. But one theme appears repeatedly. People appreciated seeing a difficult conversation remain civil despite genuine disagreement. Backstage, reports suggest the atmosphere remained friendly after the cameras stopped rolling. Jessica reportedly spent time speaking with audience members before leaving, while the hosts continued discussing parts of the conversation with producers and staff. Despite the tension viewers saw on air, there was no dramatic fallout, just continued discussion about the issues that had been raised. By the end of the day, The conversation had generated thousands of comments online. Supporters of both Jessica and Sunny shared clips, reactions, and analysis. Some viewers sided strongly with one perspective. Others appreciated hearing both sides. The debate continued long after the show ended, proving that the discussion had resonated with audiences far beyond the studio audience. And that's where we'll leave today's story. What did you think about the debate? Did Jessica Chastain make the stronger case, or did Sunny Hostin ask the tougher questions? Share your opinion in the comments and subscribe to the Star Talks for more real talk show stories.